The reason that a session happens for King Shiloh is quite simple. We come to a session to praise His Imperial Majesty, John Rastafari. We come to talk about spiritual things and hopefully open a door to people's hearts to say, look yourself to find out about this man, Haile Selassie. Sound system is this, what you see behind me, right? It's the boxes. It's all about making your own system, yeah, your own sound system. So building your boxes from the ground upwards, choosing the right amplifiers, and making it mobile so that you can take your sound system around. You can travel from place to place. Yeah, so it's kind of, in a way, it's a mobile, what they used to call in the old days a disco, mobile disco. You can carry it in your truck and go everywhere with it. Unique, you know, something personal to the one who's made it or the people who made it. We start with a lot of old things, like many sound systems do. We put old speakers together and build it into a formation that we get a sound out of it, right? From that day forward, we start perfecting that sound. We start changing different sections of the sound. We change the bass line, we change the mids, we change the tops, because in the early days we always played three-way. That means bass, mids and tops. These days we're playing six-way and stereo, not mono. So that's how the sound systems developed, from a simple three-way mono system to a state-of-the-art six-way sound system. No, it was never really like that. Only in the centres of sound system, like in London or in Kingston in Jamaica. It's all to do with the way that our music has developed through the years, right? We've seen in these last couple of years that the whole music industry in Jamaica has deteriorated and there's no records being pressed anymore. The whole thing with live bands was all about the original bands, you know, from way back when. In the 70s, the Bob Marleys and the big bands, even from the UK, the Aswads and Steel Pulses and things. You know, certain foundation people pass away and move on. And so then sound systems see a gap that we can move into, you know? It's become very exciting, you know, there's a few key sound systems just making the thing really happen. And that's attracting the people that would before have gone to the gigs of the big bands, and now we're pulling those people to the sound system, and they're feeling it and hearing it and getting excited by it, and the crowds is just getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, it's become very, very important, because those kind of things is what's connecting everybody together, you know, because like I said, we're looking at something, a music, reggae music, roots reggae music that started in the 70s, right? And so you had a generation of people in the 70s that have reached a certain age now where they don't go to gigs, they don't go to sessions anymore, or not so many as, you know, would go to gigs before. So we're looking at a new generation of people. We're trying to encourage youths to come to the sessions, right? It's a total thing, right? So you have to cover all aspects. You have to be selling your t-shirts, you have to have your record label, you have to be doing sound works on a regular basis. You know, these speakers, building these sets, it costs a lot of money. So you have to be generating a lot of money too, you know? And that money doesn't go in our own pockets, I have to say that to you. It's a self-sufficient thing, right? Any money that we make with the sound system, whether it's merchandising or through the session itself, goes back into improving the sound system to make it progress, you know, because it's all about progress. It's all about growth. Yeah, before the session is all about getting things ready for the session. So like this week particularly, before the Amsterdam weekender, we've been building 2 new mid-bass boxes. Building speakers is something that doesn't happen quickly either, you know? It's something that takes time. You have to saw the wood, you have to construct, you have to buy the wood first, you have to saw the wood, you have to construct the speaker, you have to drill the holes for the speaker, you have to put cladding inside the box. It's a long process, so just even for 3 people to make 2 mid-bass boxes takes a few days, you know? And then also checking all the equipment before we come to a session. We check everything thoroughly. You know, we have a tester to test the resistance of the speakers to make sure they're all playing properly and they're all working. And that's the basis of it, to make sure you come to a session and you're prepared. Yeah? And then after the session, it's the same thing starts again. We climb that hill, that mountain again, and we start to prepare things again for the next weekend. Mm-hmm. So it's ongoing, like you say, it's a 24/7 thing. We don't rest ever, because if we put it aside and say, no, we don't need to do that anymore, we don't need to check anything, then quickly the sound system would deteriorate and would become a kind of, you know, broken speakers and this and that, and that's not acceptable. Every time Shiloh come to a session, everything's set up correctly and right, you know. Yeah, I mean the record label really come because it's natural progress, yeah? You start by your sound system, by building your boxes. And then you have your normal tunes that you buy, you know, your normal records. But after you've done that, you realize you need to have unique music. You need to have music that's unique to your sound system. So you might go and buy specials, you might make dub plates. But for us, it was always natural to have our own studio, to encourage people, you know, producers like Dub Creator, like IR1, like Slimmer Sound, all of them that's around Shiloh and all grew up because of Shiloh, to encourage them to make music, right? And then when you've got that music and you start playing it on the sound, it's just like in the old days, like in Jamaica, you know, you notice a particular tune get popular with people. So then you say to yourself, right, this tune we have to bring out, we have to make it available for people so that they can listen to that tune. And so the record label get born that way. And it's an ongoing story, it's like a ball that's rolling, you know? You bring out one tune and then you're starting on your next tune, and then you have a next one and next one. And it's a non-stop process, you know? And King Shiloh Majestic Music, we're up to maybe 15, 12-inch releases right now, and we've got a lot more planned, a lot of LPs, a lot of projects that we're working on right now to keep music available for people, you know, because Jamaica, like I said earlier, Jamaica has kind of gone down. There's not much available for us on a roots and culture level right now coming from Jamaica. So it's up to us, the elders in roots music all around the world, to make music available for people to buy. But not just any music, but it has to be good music too, you know? The standard has to be right. Spiritual things, and hopefully open the door to people's hearts to say, look yourself to find out about this man Haile Selassie. What is his position in world history? What is his position in this time right now? What does he mean to us as Rasta? Because there's a lot of us, a lot of Rasta around, but not many people know what it's about, even to this day right now. So that's the purpose of our sound system, is to entertain people first and foremost. But secondly, to hopefully open the door a little crack so that they can go through that door themselves and discover the wonders of His Imperial Majesty, the same like we have done.
This a time, but I don't know. Rastaman time. Yeah. Repatriation is a must, Babylon by the dust. Yeah. Yeah. Where there is no vision, people shall perish. But I don't know, so the gift of Jah Rastafari is eternal life. I have to live up in this a time. Ethiopia bound. Yeah, yeah. Me say. The rich are getting richer and the poor are get poorer. Some don't even know where the next meal is coming for sure. Got to keep the faith and still try to endure.